Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again it is time for Robcast Live, coming at you live, uncut and unready from Spreaker Studios and Robcast Radio. Welcome to the BBOTT Robcast number 2, baby. Here's Zombie, and here it goes.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to Robcast Radio. We're here tonight on the BBOTT Robcast number 2. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on inside the Big Brother house. I was just sitting here thinking to myself, you know, it's a new show. We just now got through watching Big Brother 18. And, of course, some of the house guests inside the house now are talking a little bit about Big Brother 18. And also, I did not realize how big of super fans some of these fans can be. So, rock and roll, guys. I am Zombie. You can follow me here at Spreaker Studio. All you got to do is go to where it says, information created by, click on my name, and it will allow you to follow me. There is a call-in and a text number when we're doing the show like we are live, baby. We're going to start going live so that you guys can interact with the old zombie here a little bit while we're doing the show. You're welcome to text the number. It's right there on your page. I don't have it in front of me, but I'll grab it in a minute. Oh, you can follow us on Twitter. And if you're listening live, I appreciate you for tuning in. But you're welcome to also listen to this podcast anytime. If you're trying to get your mixed martial arts workout in, or you're trying to get your jog, you're on your drive home, you can check us out on Facebook. I'm Robert Cole, Zombie in parentheses on Facebook. You can also listen to us anytime on YouTube. Check it out, guys. Anyway, rock and roll. Here we go. What's going on inside the Big Brother Over the Top house? So far, we know that the house guests caught a bug yesterday that lasted for 24 hours, which ultimately was the first head of household competition. And I might just say right now that I'm a little bit disappointed in the first head of household competition. However, it did show kind of the hierarchy of ranking of how people are already thinking, who all of them were wanting to hand that bug to first, and definitely whenever it got down to the last couple. So I don't know about you all. Some of you may be super fans, and for that, I give you respect, but myself, I'm not. I have watched the show for a long time. I think since season 2 and parts of season 1. I didn't necessarily watch every single show, season in between, but I have caught. It is a show that I've enjoyed. Like I said, I'm not necessarily a super fan. And because I make cash money to get on here and just talk cash shit, I'm not trying to offend I'm not trying to offend you or any particular person. If I offend anyone, I'm trying to offend everyone equally, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason I said that is because I know normally whenever I start out the old Robcast on a show that just comes out, that I might have something that may sound negative about the house guests that come in, and it's just a first impression. And I'm not going to defend myself, guys, because I am going to try to get some of the people that I might have already talked some cash shit about on to the old Robcast here. And the reason I say this is because whenever Julie was doing the introductions for everyone, how do you all remember everyone's name? Well, of course, some of you guys are tuning in 24 hours a day and watching all of the feeds and all of that stuff. And I've got a little bit of a vent about that because... Thanks, Flip Flop. Thanks for finally doing that. Anyway, it's just a little bit confusing when to actually watch, to see whenever they're gonna do their bum bum bum. They're gonna come in and they're gonna do their thing and tell us what's happening. What's happening? And I don't know about all of you, but 4 o'clock in the afternoon is not necessarily the best time in the planet for me to be able to tune in to these guys doing their thing.
A mysterious potion that kicked off the head of household competition.
Only one may drink. Expect the unexpected.
The worst that can happen, you get severe diarrhea.
And Shane went bottoms up.
So there you go. See, I'm trying to watch this. I'm trying to watch this on my mobile device earlier and maybe grab you guys a couple of little audio nuggets to share, because we definitely have some interesting accents in there. We've got some interesting personalities in there. We've got more than one A-type personality in there. And speaking of A, one of the A-type personalities in there happens to be Alex. And when they were first doing their interviews and stuff, I totally missed, I don't know how I missed it, but I missed that they were sisters. That Alex and Morgan were sisters. And I could still be, no. And you know what? I really thought that Alex was younger. Did anyone else think that Alex was younger than Morgan? Alex is 25. Morgan's 22. Alex is the animation designer. They're both from the Dallas, Austin area. We'll get more into that later, but I just have here where I wrote down all the cast, their names, a little bit, where they're from, and how do you remember, like, I put a smiley face next to Alex, and it says gamer, and I put on there that she can definitely talk. And that's proven to be true. And speaking of, like I said, the A's, she was down to the last two. If I'm not mistaken, it was between her and Monte that were the last two that got chosen to become head of household. That says a lot for Alex coming out of the gate. Gagu, Justin. Let's do this. We'll talk a little bit about everyone's individual game after I go over just a few notes. I just do like you guys, sit around, watch the live feeds, check out what's going on, and kind of form an opinion and see what you all think about it. And you're welcome to weigh in at any time. Like I said, I'm trying to leave you guys an open chain of contact so that we can express our opinions here about the BBOTT. And so, I can just say that whenever they were the house guests, I guess it was yesterday or something, they were talking about playing chess. And when they were talking about playing chess, the subject came up that they were not particularly fond of the chessboard upstairs because the chess pieces were different. You know what I mean? They weren't normal, I guess, regular chess pieces. They were some weird. Anyway. You know better than I do about that. The point being that they would prefer to play chess on the chessboard outside. But the chessboard outside is missing 2 chess pieces. Well, this came up, okay? Jason, guys. Jason is a force to be reckoned with. Because I did not realize that Jason is not a super fan. He's an uber fan, and he's been on the show. Well, Jason said that he just basically, he didn't quit his job, but he already lives in his mom's basement, and, he works at a grocery store. I'm pretty sure. And he said that he watched every season of Big Brother, and then he started watching the, Big Brother Canada, Big Brother UK. And if you guys haven't checked out Big Brother Canada, Big Brother UK, I think I might check that out next season, and might even be a little Robcast in the future. I doubt it. This one's almost a little bit too much, because just for Big Brother, right back to back like that, Yeah, it's almost too much. These house guests were saying about the chess pieces that, of course, two of the chess pieces were missing. Well, speaking of Jason was saying that Big Meech got busted, or either she got busted for it or she got away with it. I have no idea. But Big Meech was stealing a bunch of items, I don't know exactly what, trinkets from people, different items of people's clothing and stuff like that. Now this is hearsay. This is what Jason was saying about Michelle, saying that Big Meech was stealing stuff out of the Big Brother house so that she could sell it on eBay. And well, he was also saying that, please, all of you guys, keep your duffel bags and don't sell them. And how everyone in the Big Brother alumni, all of the past cast members were all like a big family. But the point to that is, guys, I think this is what we need to do. What we need to do is check with Big Meech. Go ahead and check her eBay account and see if she's got any of those house guest clothes, the Big Brother duffel bag, or two very familiar looking chess pieces for sale. What do you think? I don't believe it. I like Big Meech. She was my favorite from the very beginning of that game, and I am not afraid to tell anyone that because I think she's awesome, and I think she'll be back in the house, or she'll get her like a Jeff and Jordan type position with the Big Brother entourage kicking. It looks like the first alliance in the house, the Four Horsemen, they came up, they did their thing as far as putting something together right out of the gate and realizing that we've got to have the numbers to our advantage from the beginning. And I don't know, guys, who in here out of all of the house guests is getting on your nerves? And who do you think starting to kind of play to the cameras? Kind of like they think you're their girlfriend and you're going to believe them? Or you're their boyfriend and you're going to believe what they're saying? Or something. Or you're their kid and you're going to believe that the neighbor, your handlebar didn't scrape their car. Anyway, some of the house guests you can definitely tell are changing up their game. And that's like... Justin was saying something, and Jason says, "You don't know how this works." Referring to the fact that, oh no, people are paying attention. People are paying attention 24 hours a day. You are being recorded, and it's kind of interesting to see now that without CBS being able to heavily edit things for their regular show, it does make things play out a whole lot differently inside the house. It's good. And by saying that I was a little disappointed in the first HOH, it just means that it wasn't a physical competition. But a lot of the house guests definitely had to use their brain. They had to come together, and they definitely had to figure out who they didn't want. They basically had to figure out who to infect with that virus and get them out of the way first. And I think that Jason Roy, being the Uber fan that he is, I think that he's definitely on everyone's radar. 2 chess pieces are missing. Do we know? Does Michelle have them? The most interactive Big Brother ever. We know that we vote for the winner. That's pretty interesting. That is definitely something that I'll look forward to. We do definitely get to vote. And the jury doesn't affect your game theory in this season. So the thing about your game coming into it is that instead of looking at, we got to get with these people and we got to make it to at least the final 8. Or we got to make it to, the final 12. Because out of the final 12, you're at least going to be a jury member, and originally, or however the hell that works. 10? No, there's 9 and 2 to vote on. So that's